Bennifer are back, and they are reportedly having issues. In the grand scheme of things though, these issues seem to be rather minor. In order to give some perspective, I'm Adam Andrews, this is Where Are They Now, and this is a briefly explained timeline of the relationship of Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck had met a few times at parties and events over the years, but had never really engaged with one another until in 2001 they began filming the movie Giggly, or Jiggly, or however you pronounce that, with Affleck starring as the titular character, a mobster, and Lopez portraying a gangster named Ricky. In the movie, their characters fell in love and ended up together by the conclusion. Now, at the time, Lopez was married to Chris Judd, her second husband after being briefly married to Ojani Noah prior to that. In an interview with Vanity Fair in March 2003, Affleck denied speculation that he and Lopez acted romantically with each other while she was married, saying, quote, "When I met her, we became really good friends," but then continued saying, quote, "But at first, because she was married, there was no thought of a romantic relationship, so that created the opportunity to get to know each other without any of the falseness that goes with courtship because you're trying to make a good impression." Essentially, Affleck said that neither of them changed aspects of themselves, and because of that they became really good friends in a way that was very comfortable. He also said, quote, "With Jen, I thought even though it can never happen, it was nice for me to know I was capable of feeling that way, that I could love somebody in a way where what I really wanted was for them to be happy even more than I wanted what I wanted." In July of 2002, Lopez filed for divorce from her then husband Judd. A month after that breakup, reports spread she and Affleck then went public with their relationship that summer. Now, I've noticed this to be true of most celebrities, but I've never really understood how quickly celebrities move from such serious relationships to relationship so quickly. It always rubbed me the wrong way, and it happens a lot. Dating after getting divorced is understandable, of course, but serious marriages happen so fast and it kind of feels unhealthy. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. I can't be the only one who feels this way. Affleck told Vanity Fair that he wasn't aware of marital issues between Lopez and Judd because she never mentioned it during their conversations. Quote, "We would hang out, but I talked about me all the time." He continued saying, quote, "I was vaguely aware she had something going on, but I was too busy running off my mouth. But then the tone changed," he said. Quote, "It changed when she told me she was getting separated. At that point, it became a possibility. Doors were opened." So they were just friends because she was married, but there was still the underlying feeling going on because it took about a month or so for them to be more than friends after J-Lo was divorced. Toxic. I say toxic. On November 5th of that same year, 2002, after their relationship had become public during the rise of tabloids, Lopez released her music video for Jenny from the Block, which starred herself and Affleck. The video itself drew inspiration from the couple's real-life experience of being scrutinized by the public and being constantly hounded by paparazzi. One of the best scenes showed them making out on a yacht and holding up a tabloid that included some of the tabloid BS chatter about the couple. It's a little bit ironic because it was the media scrutiny and tabloid BS that was a big factor in the end of the relationship the first time. But we aren't there just yet. That same month, November of 2002, Lopez and Affleck were spotted filming their second movie together, Jersey Girl, directed by Kevin Smith, who later said that he coined the term Bennifer, which became the couple's hybrid nickname. Smith said he gave Lopez and Affleck the moniker during Jersey Girl pre-production before the world found out they were dating. Now, it's not exactly the most original of nicknames, but go off, Kevin Smith, you're cool, so it's kind of fine. November seemed to be a busy month for the pair because on the 11th, the couple let loose on all the details of Affleck's marriage proposal and the custom-made 6-carat pink diamond engagement ring from Harry Winston. Lopez spoke of the unexpected proposal that took place in Boston, saying, quote, "So many candles and vases, bouquets, and my song Glad was playing. I walk in and I was just overwhelmed. I wasn't expecting it and I was just like, oh my god." Lopez said that she began sobbing as he read a letter listing the reasons why he loved her and wanted to spend the rest of his life with her. Yeah, okay, it's cute, but it's really rushed in my humble opinion, but it's still kinda cute, so whatever. In March of 2003, in his Vanity Fair feature meant to promote Giggly, or Jiggly, or whatever, Affleck said that Lopez made him a better person and he was excited to marry her, saying, quote, "I'm in love. I want to have a family and she's the only person I've ever met who made me entertain the thought of doing that." Ben has also said that he didn't understand the public's obsession with their relationship, which I'm pretty sure just stemmed from the popularity of both them plus J-Lo's recent split from her husband. But he had a different idea why people were so interested. During the feature, he said, quote, "I I think it has to do with race and class. The fact that I'm white and she's Puerto Rican. That's what's underneath, although nobody says it because it's not politically correct. Adding, quote, there's a kind of language that's used about her. The spicy Latina, the tempestuous diva, she's characterized as oversexed. Affleck also said that people made incorrect assumptions about Lopez's romantic life. He said, quote, Jen has had fewer boyfriends than your average high school junior. He added, quote, she's had a much simpler, more easily explainable, more clean romantic history than I have. She can tell the whole story in 15 minutes, whereas I always preface the whole story with, quote, it was complicated. Finishing with his last opinion that, quote, she's a deeply misunderstood woman. Now, we fast forward to September of 2003. This is when Lopez and Affleck's wedding was postponed because of the public attention. According to People magazine, who I'm pretty sure are guilty of some of the tabloid BS that caused the problem in the first place, the couple was supposed to wed in Santa Barbara, but pushed it back shortly before the planned date. In a statement made by the couple, they said, quote, due to the excessive media attention surrounding our wedding, we have decided to postpone the date. When we found ourselves seriously contemplating hiring 3 separate decoy brides at 3 different locations, we realized that something was awry. They continued, we felt what should have been a joyful and sacred day could be spoiled for us, our families, and our friends. Now, years later, in May of 2010, during an appearance on the Graham Norton show, Lopez said that her relationship with Affleck did suffer because of the media's attention, saying, quote, I love Ben, he's a great guy, but it was a lot for both of us to be under that type of siege for 2 years straight. We were on the cover of every magazine, every week. It was just a weird thing. Now, in January 2004, the couple's split was officially announced, but it wasn't entirely surprising to fans, who noticed that Affleck went solo to events, which really means nothing in the grand scheme of things, but coupled with the fact that Lopez was spotted not wearing her engagement ring, people had put the pieces together. What I find problematic, but in keeping with what I said earlier about celebrity relationships, is that 5 months after the official announcement of their split, on June 5th, 2004, Lopez married her next husband, Marc Anthony, in Los Angeles. Like, not dated, actually married. On November 4th, 2014, Lopez opened up about her romantic history in her memoir titled True Love. About this time, she said, quote, Ben and I split up at the moment when I thought we were committing to each other forever. It was my first real heartbreak. It felt like my heart had been torn out of my chest. Now, Lopez went on to say that she sought out comfort in another person. She said, quote, Marc came back into my life 3 days after I should have been at the altar saying I do to another man. But they did indeed stay married for quite a bit, actually. Lopez and Anthony welcomed twins named Max and Emmy on February 22nd, 2008, and they stayed together until in July 2011, the pair revealed their split. They said in a joint statement, quote, this was a very difficult decision. We have come to an amicable conclusion on all matters. It is a painful time for all involved, and we appreciate the respect of our privacy at this time. Now, as for Affleck, in June of 2005, he married Jennifer Garner in a low-key wedding ceremony that took place in Turks and Caicos, which, again, it's just a really fast jump to marriage in my opinion, but I don't want to wear out that argument, so we're moving on. In December of 2005, the couple welcomed their first child, a daughter named Violet. Garner gave birth to 2 more children, daughter Serafina in January 2009 and son Samuel in February 2012. This coupling also stayed together for quite a bit longer than JLo and Marc, but alas, in June 2015, the couple revealed their breakup after being married for about a decade. Now, initially the two didn't have any interaction together for the most part, outside of friendly interactions, at least as far as we know. But they each had a few other relationships with others, notably with Affleck dating Ana de Armas for a year, breaking up in January of 2021, and for Lopez, her and her next husband, baseball star Alex Rodriguez, confirmed that they split up after 4 years together on April 15th, 2021. And then, just 15 days later, on April 30th, 2021, Page Six reported that Lopez and Affleck were spending time together at her LA home, with it being reported on May 10th, 2021, that they spent several days together in Montana. People magazine went on to report that Lopez was in contact with the actor prior to their breakup with Rodriguez, but it was just, quote, friendly conversation, and she didn't meet up with Affleck until her relationship had actually ended. Amid dating speculation, Matt Damon, Affleck's longtime best friend, weighed in and told the Today Show, I hope it's true, I love them both, I hope it's true, that would be awesome. On June 14th, 2021, photos obtained by Page Six showed Lopez and Affleck kissing, and on September 10th, 2021, the couple returned to the red carpet carpet together for the first time since getting back together for the premiere of Affleck's upcoming film, The Last Duel, at the Venice Film Festival. Now this is the first time attending the red carpet together in 18 years. On April 8th, 2022, Lopez announced her and Affleck's second engagement via her newsletter on the J-Lo. Then, on July 17th, 2022, Lopez announced that she and Affleck got married in Las Vegas, spending their honeymoon exploring Paris, and then in August 20th, 2022, Lopez and Affleck had a second, more formal wedding ceremony in Georgia. Now while the two are certainly very serious about each other, which you would expect after all this time, more recent events have shown the couple seeming to have some troubles. Specifically, sources have spoken about some of Affleck's habits that J-Lo apparently just can't stand. His smoking is a big one of them. Previously, Affleck also had a problem with drinking, but that has been curtailed in recent years, but it didn't stop the actress from telling him, quote, "no drinking" during the Grammys. Sources have also mentioned his sense of style as something that bothers his wife, being a jean and t-shirt kind of guy, which I take personal offense to that because I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt right now. What the hell? It's also been said that she is trying to put an end, apparently, to Affleck's relationship with Tom Brady, who was recently divorced. Personally, I think the media has the tendency to take the most minute of details and turn them into massive stories that are just kind of complete BS. So who knows how valid these complaints are. But for Ben, sources have said that he has been taking issue with his wife's habit of talking about their private lives in interviews. He has always been a rather private person, so it was apparently a bit of an issue when J-Lo appeared on the Zane Lowe interview where she talked about her and Affleck's relationship. She talked about everything from how she fell for Affleck the very first time to how the media ruined their relationship during the first go. According to the insider who revealed all this information, Affleck knows that his other half finds it, quote, cathartic to talk about their love story, but he still finds it awkward and over the top. Lopez in the interview stated that it was so painful when the two split in 2004 that she went into a spiral for the next 18 years, saying it was the biggest heartbreak of her life and that she felt like she was, quote, going to die. The insider particularly pointed out this statement, saying that talking about how she felt like she was going to, quote, die was on another level entirely. But that's really all the info I have for you guys today. Now, it's your turn to leave your opinions down in the comments below. In the meantime, I'm Adam Andrews, this is Where Are They Now, and I'll catch you guys on the flippy flop. Stay safe and well informed out there.